season. This was maybe the worst call of the postseason, and it wasn't more game-changing than the Boston-Florida goalie interference, but it was a call that pretty much everyone I've heard feels is flat out wrong. Pettersson just got called for a charging penalty while not even moving. How do you charge into someone when not skating? That doesn't really make any sense for me, and I'm not necessarily saying it's not a penalty, although, I don't know, to me, the Edmonton player's coming to lay him out, and he defends himself, so to me, that's a hockey play. Technically, charging can include situations where you, and I quote, jump into or charges an opponent in any manner, but just doesn't really fit for me. I think these refs need to spend 24 hours straight watching Cronwall highlights, like Clockwork Orange style. Then maybe they'll get an idea what a charge is. However, the NHL doesn't really hold their employees accountable, so is it a surprise we're talking about poor officiating after yet another game? I don't think so. Anyway, there was a hockey game going on here. Game 5, and this one absolutely lived up to the hype. We got ourselves another banger. I don't think I expected this series to be so close game-wise. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised to hear the series is 3-2 Vancouver, but I thought we'd see some blowouts. Things were tied in this one when the charge happened. Evander Kane had scored first, followed by the formerly suspended Soucy, who tied it back up. Then Connor Brown has a nice...
Yesterday, the Canucks lost to the Oilers 5-1.
Feed to Janmark to take the lead, but Di Giuseppe would tie it back up off an awful giveaway behind the net, setting up more late game dramatics. And as the third was winding down, I was once again contemplating how late I might be staying up here on the East Coast, but my man JT Miller answered my prayers. 30 seconds to go in the game, Lindholm fires one into the soup. It goes off Pettersson's leg, past Pickard and off the coast, and right to the hero, JT Miller. He pots it in the open net, and this time it's Vancouver's turn to blow the lid off the barn. The crowd goes wild. They're chanting his name. Can you imagine what that must feel like to skate around the corner with almost 20,000 people just absolutely psyched that you just got it done? And Canucks now retake the series lead 3-2 as they look to finish things in Edmonton Saturday night with a lovely 9 p.m. start time. And a great game for Vancouver. They responded to Tocchet, who called them out.
Dear Stuart, that again is a tip from my mother, I must admit.
And after they went down 1-0 early, they killed off 3 power plays to keep it within 1, which isn't an easy feat against the Oilers, who they actually managed to keep off the special teams point chart all night. Shilov's had another really solid performance. The Canucks are going to ride him into Game 7 before looking at a possible return for Demko. For the Oilers, though, they've got their back against the wall, and just now, when Pickard steadies the net, the best player in the world, and arguably the second best player as well, have kind of went missing. Over the past 3 games, Mick Mediocre only has 1 assist. 1, that's it. Before that, he was on a 7-game, 17-point streak to start the playoffs, but now he can't buy a point. And with all the McDavid well dried up, so has Hyman, who I guess is more concerned about tucking a Shaq jersey into his suit. If the Oil Pigs want to have a hope in hell to bring this series back, he needs to get going, or they'll be staying home after 6, expelled to the golf courses with almost all the other Canadian teams except 1. But how about this atrocious charging call by the refs, or do you disagree and think it was pretty much right? And are the Nucks taking this one Saturday night or what? Let us know down below.
Ernie presents